fuck you 2 points.
Honestly, kind of enjoy
Wait, you cousins still? I see what you're looking at.
No.
Yes. Who's mom? Word. Both your sons are published, so I'll be wearing these socks too.
You guys got some horses. You turn into.
I love you, Brody. No, that's not home. I like it. Home is cool though.
I know, right? That's good. He's been my friend ever since 6th grade. I remember back when we went
He scared me on the first day of school.
I remember when you got high.
I'm still looking.
Hey, that's a long time.
Yours happy birthday, baby. Hey, bro, you get water. No, that is his birthday.
Easy. How you doing? This is good thing I deserve to be greedy.
It's your birthday. You gotta sing that birthday.
Oh yeah, you got it. Birthday issue.
I already got him. I tried.
Oh yeah, remember?
Yeah. Then I seen this war. I
don't like this.
But it's so weird to keep doing that. He's so weird.
Ain't that the kid that snapped on me when I walked in?
Yeah.
No, I don't like it. Oh, what are you doing in here? No. Stop asking questions, dude.
Why does he have on the tux jacket?
Because he's white.
He thought it was his game day.
White people don't know how to dress.
You want to see? This is the boy I played on Xbox. You know Delano? I played on Madden with Delano. And he really does that. He was doing that stuff in the mic.
I'd be on Xbox, man. No. Bro, he sounds like the clown.
I'll just laugh.
I'll be playing Xbox for myself. He's hard.
He had to go get hurt and cold. And she didn't want to go along with her grandma, so she invited me, but I said no. They just like, don't invite on and Yasmin with
She's trying to talk to back and be like, loud. I don't feel Master, please. Master, please. Master, please.
Oh, sorry.
Please, Master.
Lauren, you were just in the camera. You were just all up in the camera. the whole game went.
Okay, just get your fish on. Excuse me.
It's closed, Tyrese. Julie, the thing came off. Sam just threw the ball at his own teammate's head. 45. No, not you.
music is not too loud. Hi, Chandra. Thanks for meeting me here. I got you a Coke.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much.
It's nice that we can meet at some of our students' parents' establishments.
I agree. It's nice to get out and get out of school. And, you know, I know it would be nice to meet during school hours, but with your schedule and my schedule, and without common planning and your coaching, and so I'm glad that we could find some time outside of the school day to meet.
Yeah, thanks for doing that for me. I know my schedule gets kind of crazy.
No problem.
All right, I thought we would go over just kind of what I saw, and then at the end, then we could kind of go over some of the stuff you wanted me to look at for you.
Sounds good.
All right.
Should we first tell people what class I invited you to?
Oh, sure.
Okay, so Missy came to my 6-hour class. It's a math class with 31 kids in it, with all different levels, and it was probably one of my most challenging classes. So I wanted some input on engagement strategies and just seeing how I do with calling on different genders, if that's equal, and there's any other input that she had to give to me.
Okay, so I liked how you greeted the kids at the door, and I noticed several different students. You made sure that stuff that had been going on the day before you addressed before they even walked through the door. So I thought that was really good. Jimmy, I think his name is. I don't have him yet. It sounded like he had a bad day the day before you had class, so that was good. And you were very positive with all of them, which is nice because then kids know that you're not like holding a grudge from the day before. You got started fairly quickly. The kids all knew that their assignment was on the board. They came in and they were kind of chit-chatting with each other nicely, but then when you walked through the door, you could tell that they knew, okay, now it's time to get started on our board stuff. They still worked really nicely through the phone call that you got interrupted by. Let's see. I like how you were joking and interacting with the kids while you were also doing the work. You could tell that, you know, it helps with your rapport with the students, I think. Let's see. A lot of times during the class you reference problems that they had the day before, which I thought was good because then every once in a while you could see it could be like, oh, you know, like they did it wrong, but they kind of remembered after you said that. Do you always say guys and gals?
I do, just because it drives me crazy when people say guys. Hey guys isn't quiet because there's boys and girls in the class.
Right.
So I either say guys and gals or boys and girls.
That's good. I have a bad habit of calling everyone, just yelling ladies all the time. Paul makes fun of me all the time. But when I was student teaching, we only had girls in my classes, and my student teacher always said that. So I was curious about the gals part. Let's see. I know you had questions about who you called on, and I have you calling on so I just jotted down people's names. So Kelsey, Gunner, Samira, Nikota, Devin, Colby, Anna, Henry, Roxana. Does that sound like a good mixture to you? Those are only the people's names I knew, so I think that's...
I think from that, maybe representative.
Yeah, of your entire class.
Because that was something we had talked about
right.
a couple years ago.
Yeah, and that was, and a couple years ago you did not do well with that.
Right.
I remember that was one of the things I noticed. We were talking about something else. You had me pick something else to work on, but I did notice that you did that. So before, yeah, you've improved on that, definitely. Let's see, what else? I liked how one of your problems was mental math, and then you had different students explain the answers and how they got it, and I think it's kind of hard to put kids on the spot when they have to do the mental, but David did a great job on that, even when he couldn't hear you at first. So, and it didn't fluster him at all, so I thought that was nice. That means he feels super comfortable in your class. You referred to your view about your financial literacy when you started talking about the beginning of what their activity for the day was after they had done their board work at the beginning. You had them compare, you had them contrast. When you had them write down answers, you went to your poster on what good writers do. So I thought that was good. And they all looked like they were very familiar with it, so you must do that often. I like how you would say, when they were doing a problem, if somebody had a question, well, I would, but then you would also show them a different way that maybe somebody else wouldn't. Your kids did a really good job because at 1:52, Journey walked into class and she was late, and you went over and talked to her quietly, but they all kept working, like it didn't distract them at all. Kind of like when the phone rang and they kept working, so that was nice. They must be used to lots of distractions. You used Roxana's fingers when you were talking about counting by fours out loud, so that was kind of nice, I think. Like she was a little bit worried about, she couldn't do it on her own, so you went over and you kind of worked with her using her hands. One thing I did notice is you asked them, do you feel like you guys can all do this on your own? And most of the class, in my opinion, said no. And you said, yes, you can, let's get started. So I don't know if that's just because you know that they really can and they're just trying to egg you on, or if you maybe didn't hear them, or...
I feel like it's definitely like a group of kids that I have to push a lot. Like, I don't think that they have the confidence yet, and I don't think that they think that they can, but watching them, they can. So I just wanted them to try and see if they could.
Yeah. Okay. After you gave the assignment, they asked if they could work together. So you gave them some parameters on what if they were going to work together, they had to be able to do these things. And then you let them do that for about 10 minutes. And after that, you turned the lights out and told them that they had to go back to their spots because they couldn't work together any longer because they had gotten too loud, I believe. I do like your lights off thing because they knew exactly what that meant. Like everybody froze. You tell them that they have to freeze when the lights go out. Yeah, like mid.
Like lights go out, they're supposed to stop what they're doing, stop talking, and look at me, like just for a way to get their attention.
Right. So they did a very good job on that. Let's see. They had a lot of questions, but I thought you did a good job of walking around the room and trying to work on those. And then I did also hear you say once or twice, there's a lot of hands raised, I'm coming to get to you. If you have a question that you think maybe somebody else will know the answer to, feel free to ask them while I'm working with somebody else. So I thought that was good. Pretty much, I think that was pretty much the end of class then by that point. And then you just reminded them that when homework was due, made them stop moving and stop talking and all that before you gave directions. And it took them a few minutes though. It took them about 3 minutes to be absolutely quiet, like at the end of class. So they were out a couple minutes late, but it looked like that was kind of a normal thing for them to know that they have to stop and wait, that they're going to be late. One last thing that I noticed right before the end of class, John, I know he can be sometimes a little rambunctious, because I've had him in class before, but you just pointed out to him that when he stopped working with his partner, he got way more done, and he had worked with a partner the day before, it sounded like, and didn't get much done then. And so in the little time that he worked by himself, he got more done than in 2 days of working together. And just asked him if he noticed that or what he thought of that, and he kind of responded well to that, I think. Like, kind of felt proud of himself. So that was nice. And then just ended with, have a good day. So, I thought it went well. Did you feel like the lesson went well, or it was kind of a follow-up lesson, so.
It was, yeah, I think it went well. I mean, it's just a class that I struggle with engagement, like that, like having them stop and like, because they get off task easily. So I don't know if you thought of any engagement strategies that you think I could use.
One thing I had thought about, since we talked about that beforehand, was I noticed that when you ask questions, a lot you just, let people answer them. Whoever's raised their hand, you call on. So I was thinking that maybe you could give them a few minutes, like maybe 1 minute even, and ask the question, and then have them talk with their partner, or pick anybody that's near them, not get up and walk around, but pick anybody that's near them, have them discuss the answer before people can blurt out the answer, or come to a consensus, maybe discuss it, then maybe a few more people will know. Or those that aren't even thinking about it will maybe then have to be forced to figure out what the answer is, or talk about the answer a little bit.
Keep them all engaged. I like that. That's a good, like the think, peer, share kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah. So then they think about it for a second, then you let them talk together.
And then, that's a good start. I need to use that more.
I forget, I had another one. Just go stop. because I can't remember. We'll rewind it. I'll rewind it.
You can rewind it and keep going. Well, that was a nice little break. So, continuing.
I guess the only other thing I was going to say was for engagement strategies, I think you do a great job. They know their routines. That's important. They know what you want when you do something, or what you expect of them. And the other thing that I liked about it was you use their names, their friends' names from other classes in your problems, and then like your big problem of the day, like the thing that they were trying to figure out was something that pertained to them. You know, it was a 7th grade party at the end of the year. If they attained it, how much money would it cost them? You know, and use the different strategies there. So I think the main thing you should just try to work on is see how the think, pair, share works. If it doesn't work, then we can try something else later. If it does work, then we can also just try to add more things and see how that works.
So you'll meet with me again?
Definitely.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate your input.
No problem. Is there any other questions you wanted, or you wondered about that I saw? Or I can give you these notes too, because there's no reason for me to keep them. I took them for your purpose, so.
Okay. I'll look over them.
Okay. I'll just kind of ask you in like a week or two how you think that's going, and if you need me to come back in and check it out or whatever, just let me know.
Wonderful.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Thanks for the soda.
No problem. See you later.
Okay, so Missy and I chose one another to do a peer reflection because we actually done it before while Missy was in school. And so it was somebody that I felt comfortable with coming into my classroom and giving me an honest critique of what I needed to work on. And I think she was comfortable coming into my class and felt open and honest enough to tell me some actual feedback, things that I hadn't done well in the past, and by being in there before she knew those things, and things then that I needed to work on. So,
No, I think the important thing is just pick somebody that you're comfortable enough with that it's going to be worth your while. You know,
it's not a waste.
Like you feel like you would be able to say if you thought they did something wrong or if they needed to work on something, then you could say.
Peer review, it works. Coaching, not review. Coaching.
I'm going to tell him to edit that out. Standing little fringies.
I can't hear it.
Hey!
Hey, what's up, girl?
How are you? Have you been here all night?
Huh?
Did you just get here?
Yeah.
Hi. Remember my friend Chandra? Hi.
What's your name?
Chandra.
Chandra Kirk. What y'all doing?
Oh, working on work.
Oh, yeah.
We had to do a little video for school, so you know.
What school? Where you work at?
Meredith.
Meredith.
You do? What are you doing up here? Still, you're always up here.
Oh, yeah.
What happens?
I work there Monday, Friday, 3 to 9.
Everything goes up till close, 3 to 9. How do you like it? I bet. It's boring when nobody's there, huh? Do they have regulars though?
Sometimes, yeah.
I think Wes used to work there too, didn't he? George? Long time ago though. That works out.
Are you guys filming the purple vagina?
Yeah. I think he used to work there. He's been a lot of places in between, but how have you been?
Documentary.
Yeah, you too.
Drama class.
Yes. All right, I will. He does know. Remember He's a really nice guy. He's
I think it's cool. Like,
got those big eyes and stuff, yeah.
sucker for eyes. That's what got me James.
Yeah, you guys have the same eyes, yep. Did you like how I said that? I would never need this for anything, so, you know, don't you think, like, I'm not using this for evaluating you, I'm not going to give this to Cindy or Mary, I just want you to have it for your own notes. Was what I was kind of trying to get
I
at.
asked Cindy if she wanted to see the video. She was like, I trust you too. So she sent out that link for this is already. It's very good. She said, you want to show it to leadership? I thought it was a time. I really wanted to see it. She's like, I trust you too. Like, well,
I was thinking we were going to do that last part, like in person, just say it out loud. Like when we were introducing the video. That's alright.
well, he can edit it out too.
Right.
Then it doesn't hurt.
That was embarrassing. I think it was like, and thanks for the coat.
I had to say something.
I know that was good. It was good.
These people are going to be more fun after watching that, so that's
I know. That's why I was thinking we need to say something and then like, okay, so you know, with somebody that obviously you can meet with, you know,
notice that, like,
right? And then say something to the effect of like, but they don't have to. They can figure it out with somebody that they have the same
and you know what?
with.
There's people like,
The problem is you can't do it with somebody with the same plan because then that's when they have to come observe.
well, and the thing is, though, like
See, you could do it. We could have done it right after school someday.
and here's the deal, though, like, this feel like working with you,
Right.
like, we actually did, you know,
We did it work. Yeah, we did good work.
like, all my classes.
No, we can't think of any like engagement strategy. Try the think fair share change. Work on that and let me know how it goes.
So it is, too, just good to know, like, what you're doing right. 'Cause I don't feel like sometimes that they get all of my routines.
Right.
But when you come in and you said that, like, that it was quieter when I came in, or
Right. Yeah.
that, like, that a lot of them did stop. Because to me, what do I see? I see two that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe
You should have said that.
I just
You could say that though in the thing. Like one thing that was nice to see, like is, although it might not sound like she gave me a lot of critiques this time. The first time she came in, it was like my first or second year. Wasn't it like your second year teaching or something? What? Seven? One teaching 8 years. Well, I got it in December of 08, so it would have been like in 08 or 07 that I did it. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking, like,
I gotta get trash again. I can't.
So-
I don't even like seeing these.
I didn't know you were like that like I was. That makes me crazy.
Oh my god, I'm tear it out. I'm like, oh my god, I'm not taking it.
There's a trash can right there. No, like behind the bar, like right there.
Oh yeah. No, I'm still. I was just sitting there. But I can't tell if she has a hat on or maybe it's not. Right. No, I actually was. I thought that before I saw all that noise, I was like, oh, that's cool. Obviously, it's so